Scared and forgetful. Do we want to combine Sov's fleet with Beliblis's? I think we kind of do, because we got to get through 2 planets like that.
Construction complete.
Heading out.
Construction complete.
Building under construction.
I think it's worth it. Then
Artillery online. Moving to
you can go up there.
Reporting in.
Building
You guys can
started.
still build up.
Assault frigate here.
Or
Construction
Tracy.
complete.
Still
Building
build up.
started. Beginning construction.
That one actually isn't necessary. I'm pretty sure the AI does count the garrison strength of that. It's a bit weird with secondary structures. I forget how exactly it works currently. Because before, they couldn't be seen at all. And like the AI couldn't account for it at all. And then Petroglyph patched that to make them visible. But I forget if the garrison calculations work the same.
Requesting backup.
Okay, let's get to Saphalor.
Tactical battle imminent.
We know they have at least a couple ships here, but nothing that'll stand up to a 600 pop fleet. Like the Invincible shouldn't last too long.
Incoming.
And we've got a command situation that's going to be foreshadowing some Yuzon Vong war tension between Beliblis and Sov. Cap transmissions billboard. Battlestar Galactica. Leaky Bucket. R2's third leg. Coffins are. It's fine. Orange cheese supply. Okay, let's pop on the shields there.
Nebula class reporting in.
We also have Vong speed bump. We have Nebulon B support. Have some CR90s, which I was kind of wanting to save for the next battle. But let's also put South Fork on this side. Beanbag. Nebulon B tender, hardly nowhere. Active Galactic Nucleus. And get to the core.
Yes, sir.
See how that's related to the ship name, and then it doesn't actually make sense for what I said.
Commencing attack. Open fire.
Oh, cognitive decline. Emerald Fire. And Love Me 10. Ooh, we can still get Agave you a chance. Okay, you're on shipyard duty. You're on Golan duty. You're also on Golan duty. You're on Invincible duty. You're on Please Don't Die duty. You're on Power to Shields duty. And you're all on Power to Weapons duty. But I also want you, Bob and Zara, to go up to the Golan.
Yes, Admiral. Nebula class reporting in. Endurance on station.
Weapons charged.
Oh, you're still full shields, so the MC-80 is going to benefit.
Beginning our
And I'm going to try to move one of these nebulas in
We're inbound.
to hit the Golans as well, which they'll kill on the way to the shipyard. I wasn't really telling them to attack the shipyard there.
Give the word.
Frigate responding.
Shields are low, but I don't think anything is going to be
Waiting order.
able to finish off the shields there.
Star Destroyer here.
Got my approach vector.
Detector gun emplacements.
Frigate reporting.
No, you're still better off attacking the Golan,
Holding for maximum.
whereas you guys can head into this situation.
For action.
It's fine, can go and kill some more of their fighters in this area. I don't think we've lost any of the CR90s. Or did we?
Standing by.
No, we still got all 3. I was afraid the Dauntlesses had
Scratch one. Should we go around for another
ruined
match?
their lives.
Nebula class on standby.
Trying to get these nebulas in
Telemetry
there.
received.
Hold on.
Nebulas.
Endurance class at your disposal, sir. Yes, Admiral.
That's got him. Hold on. Swing around. That's got him.
Okay, that's the shipyard, so we can focus on the garrisons now. Not that they have, like, super high reserves ever. But at least we're not going to get any more fighters or corvettes out of it. The gladiators first, then the recusant. But I can't bring myself to focus fire on recusants. They're still too cool,
We're on approach.
even if they're
Star Destroyer here.
not as cool as the Starhawk.
I've got my
Commencing attack.
Stay in attack formation. Yes, try not to let one on your tail. Copy. Target those lasers. That's an order. Scratch one. I've got my approach vector. Yes! Reporting in. I can't see him.
Nebula class on standby.
I'm in range. That's got him. I'm in range.
Yes, Admiral.
Okay, the trade port. I just had an idea for something, so that's why that got really quiet for a second. I need to write that down before I forget what it was.
Reporting.
It involves death clones. So if I ever forget what I was talking about, someone can just tell me death clones,
Attack.
and then I'll probably remember. I always think I'll be able to do that, and I'll write the dumbest notes for video ideas and stuff. Then I'll look at my giant notepad of,
Open fire.
especially datapad ideas, like, what the fuck does this mean? Okay, I feel like if I open it right now, I'll see something where I don't understand
You are victorious.
what it was. Let's see. That's a list of donut types that Dana went. I mean, some of them are kind of obvious, but for the general thing, but less clear on what specific instance I was talking about. Like, I have Cyril shit take there, and I don't know which shit take, because like Cyril had a lot of shit takes.
Right away. En route.
Makes me wonder if I went back to
Construction complete.
my university notes, how many of them are like that? Like relying on some sort of other association. Okay, I want to check this again. PSA 6 and 12 were 74-35. Empire is -1 planets, which is not true, and 12% of the military. Great Malazud has 13. Pentastar has 13. I don't think there are any other shipyards though. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 1 1 2. We have the entire core, so it can't be anything there. Imbond, Laheron. Oh, Ubrikia, actually. So I've lied.
Construction.
I think we need to go kill some huts. Okay, you know what? Viscount, you can stay here. You don't need to overkill this. Get over there.
Complete.
Underway.
Construction complete.
I might even bring in the unused Kyle Katarn for it. Where's the army that's had Luke in it the whole time? No, Luke is dead. Luke's definitely dead. No, he's not dead. He's over here.
Construction complete.
So I do need some actual ground units with that. What is just defense? Really, it's just you guys. Let's get them over to Ubrikia too.
Right away.
Construction Construction complete.
E2B over.
I'll do this before, at least the space portion, before we go to Eddie.
We've come across enemy units.
Just a fraction of the hut units that are actually done for point 3. But they won't actually be in point 3.
Reinforcements.
Country, Juvard, and Barracuda.
We're moving now.
Small fleets of small frigates are not going to be a big threat right now for us. Soon there'll be bigger fleets of bigger frigates and also smaller frigates. But not yet. Okay, Petroglyph. See, this and this, not the same ship type. You can't get from one to the other.
Open fire.
So I don't really have a problem with the Assault Frigate Mark II existing. Those are, in fact, hut ships. Okay, now we can move back out of there. We'll have our double Kyle for that. When was the last save? In 27. I think that's savable. So we have to take Ubrikia, and we have to take Eddie. The hut's ground stuff, they don't really have anything of their own. Well, not much of their own yet, in this build at least. Philoraptor is gone from all the Revan's Revenge ground stuff to working on a ton of like hut ground stuff, so there's some of that done already too. Like within a week and a half of point 4 starting, Fall of the Republic is probably going to have the full 3rd playable faction ready. We'll get very quickly to the point where there will be hut preview playthroughs in like all the mods. And then you'll all have to wait like a year to actually play them yourselves after they're revealed. So it'll need some new map stuff for Fall of the Republic as well.
Construction complete.
Roger that.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright. Time for the great CSA Hero Massacre. For, I think, our final space battle. Faust? Yeah, Faust, you can ask about a submod, but it might be more than you bargained for. But I also, like, the team doesn't make the submods other than the explicitly mentioned official ones.
Choose your
So I might not have an
reinforcements.
answer. AppCaf transmissions billboard. You know what? I think I liked this approach last time. Beanbag. We have the anti-fighter coming in there. We'll also have Nebulon V support frigate to heal him up. And Love Me Tender.
Those coordinates, sir.
Then Unleaky Bucket and Battlestar Galactica in behind for some support there too. Then we want
Cancelled.
I hardly know her to help protect those even more.
Star Destroyer here.
Choose your reinforcements.
Arrival of Liberty. No, I'm gonna hold off on that.
Cancelled.
I'm gonna put in Tranquility. Both Tranquilities. ABC. Wilmington on
Hit it
Sea.
in now.
If the Vader's submod is the one that I'm thinking of, it might have been a permissions thing, but I'm not 100% sure on which one that was. So, I have no idea, sorry. Sinky, this isn't a Star Cruiser. Will be tender for you. Okay, finally got to our heroes. There's Sov, there's Belevlis. Now I'm less concerned. I'm not super familiar with a lot of the submods, unfortunately.
On the move. I'll try and draw their fire.
So, sorry about that.
Ready for command.
Nebula class on standby.
Bell Iblis here.
Where's Ferb?
I'll take care of it.
If we ever have to make up a CSA character for a hero, I definitely want to name them Ferb.
Nebula class reporting in.
I have thought, like, basically since submods started becoming a bigger thing, of doing a video trying to spotlight some of the bigger ones, but
I read you.
it's just been a time issue more than anything.
Weapons armed.
Yes, sir.
The more likely one, because it's easier for me to organize, because I can just directly ask the team, is trying to do a video spotlighting all of the submods that are made by some of the other devs. Like, a bunch of them have done their own kind of submods beyond just the official ones.
Copy. Roger that. I can't take another hit. My stabilizer's broken.
Ready for your
That might be
orders.
fun someday.
The lasers are our target. Cover me.
Brolix, please die.
Enemy spotted.
Well, Brolix still has all of her shields, so maybe he will get the one type on it. Meanwhile, Baliblis and Selenian Fire can shoot at Phineas.
Watch your six. Receiving your transmission. I'll clear the way for you.
We're gonna start getting the garrisons in a minute too.
Nebula class
We
on
have a
standby.
ton of damage with our nebulas still
Yes,
sitting
sir.
here, and
Cruiser reporting. Fire all
I
cannons.
think we need to try to finish off these two heroes a little bit more
Awaiting
proactively.
orders. Ready for your signal.
How can I help?
Will the Huts be mostly frigate faction? No. They will in 3.3, because it's just, we're picking a very small subset of their roster to put in as the kind of garrison defense units without having to develop too much ahead of time or spoil too much.
We have them in our sight.
And it was just the ones that were picked ended up being those. We might end up switching out one of them for a slightly larger ship, just to make
Take out their
the
weapon batteries.
I'm at your disposal.
make the faction reflect their end state a little bit more, and make them a bit more fun to fight. Because they do control a significant amount of territory,
Machine cruiser reporting.
so even if they're just kind of placeholders right now, it'll be better if they're a little bit more fleshed
Open
out.
fire on the watch bay.
But they'll actually tend to skew a little bit bigger for a lot of their core stuff. They're a little bit like the CSA in that they'll have, like, the CSA has their battle cruisers plus the smaller ships, where like the battle cruisers are their tankier things, and the smaller ships like the Recusants, the Marauders, even stuff like up to Bulwarks and VSDs are kind of doing a lot of the damage when there's not really anything in between that, which we kind of broke for a while when we gave them the Bulwark 2.
What's the plan? That's got him.
I'm a little bit worried about Garm. I'm also worried about my frame rate at the moment.
Stay in attack formation. That's it. Scratch one.
Well, let's get onto the
Cannons on.
ISD.
Ready to engage.
Star Destroyer here.
We're nearly done with Kryn too. Brolix
Nebula class
is
on
like
standby.
2-3 hard points.
Warm up.
We're on the last stages of those.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Baliblis is probably dead.
Should we go around for another pass?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure someone will be angry about, even though it's the last battle.
Got one.
Can we come in more? We haven't really lost enough to bring anything new in. So maybe let's get some more anti-fighter. So that is not anti-fighter. Story none. Are any of you agaves? I don't think any of them are agaves. Or you are an agave. Okay, it's fine. And then
Point one. Watch your six.
active galactic.
Roger, setting course, sir.
Almost through the shields on you. Another situation where I'm not really sure what the lag is really coming from. It's not like there's more fighters than there typically are, or even a lot of AoE things going on. It might actually be AoE things. Give it a second. Let them... The icons float out to where they want to be.
Attacking the ion cannons.
You there.
Let's get him.
Eliblis on the Usant.
I'm in range. Waiting order.
Nebula class reporting in.
Okay, Brolix, you're so close to dying. You can do this.
Full throttle. Stay in attack formation. That's got him. Launch bay has been destroyed.
NPC can die. And
Stay in attack formation.
Beanbag with the heavy weapons, you can get in pretty quickly to attack the IST.
Scratch one.
Their final hero. Their final command bonus.
Where'd he come from?
Who, after the death of Brolix, will not have
Initiating attack.
his own command bonus.
Go around for another pass.
Flying.
That's it.
We're just kind of leaving the Lucra Hulk in the middle there.
3-2, full throttle. Point 1.
Which I keep wanting to attack it, but then there's always another bigger target to worry about. Or another more immediate target to worry about.
That's got
We're
him.
still getting some of the garrisons in, that's part of it.
Underway.
Okay, yeah, that's more fighters coming along this way. Okay. Pollux is dead.
Watch your 6.
Yes, sir.
Can't stay out here.
That's it. Scratch one. I got one on me.
Open fire.
Can't see him. Ah.
I was really thinking we had enough of our own fighters to not need to
Fire. I got
worry about them as much with where they are.
Choose your reinforcements.
point 1. I can't see him. Ah.
But we are kind of slowly losing out on the fighter fight. Okay, Pilla.
Maximum unit capacity.
Enemy unit disabled.
Like, the problem with leaving the Lucra Hulk forever is that, like, we are slowly losing out on the fighters, and we're gonna start taking more damage out of that.
What are your orders? Weapons
But Eliblis will drop.
Give the word. Star Destroyer here.
Like, we're not fully losing out on it, because we do have some pretty good fighters and some deep reserves. But it's still
Nebula class on standby.
still not ideal.
Beginning our engagement. Focus fire.
Maybe
on
once we've got this ISD down.
Assault brigadier. That's it. Scratch one. Yes, sir. Roger that. Starting our attack. Ready. I've got him lined up.
Yes, sir.
That's got him.
All batteries fired. Yes, Admiral.
A lot of these are probably going to end up as sacrifices.
Gun emplacements. Commencing attack.
Choose your reinforcements.
Go around for another pass. Combel Iblis here.
Yeah, like between its own fighters, the rest of the fighters.
Nebula class reporting in.
Okay, let's
Disposal,
just
sir.
try to get over that. Osam is gonna start getting attacked now too. Okay, Eliblis, you're down.
Much of a pounding out here. Decrease to full throttle. Watch your 6. Roger that.
I think we're gonna be able to more quickly destroy
Decrease to full throttle.
Weplin
That's got him.
and the bulwarks, though. Like, we're slowly losing out on the fighters, but we're winning on the other ships, and we have reserves
Reinforcements.
that'll be able to deal with some of the fighters. I think we just kind of have to go for it. What, in our era? We started in Era 4, and we have progressed to the final eras. Well, eras are also not quite the same as they were before.
Destroy the ion cannon.
I'm not sure who's actually in charge of the Empire right now, but it's probably Karnor right now. And the timeline has progressed into the final era.
All fire on those ion cannons.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Cap Transmissions billboard up into the middle of them.
Formation.
Yes, sir.
Stay in attack
Take
formation.
out their weapon batteries.
Then kill the bulwarks. I'm gonna just get some of them to straight up attack the Lucre Hull.
Star Destroyer here.
I'll try and draw their fire.
Destroy their hangar bay.
Ready.
Really need more anti-fighter
Choose
coming
your
into this.
reinforcements.
Yeah, I think it's
Prepare for jump to
best for us if we fall back from this. Best for our frame rate. It's like running at 10% speed. And we'd be able to focus on the Lucre Hulk more directly at first. And that might even just save Sov's life too. He might have not made it out otherwise. Are we gonna lose you? No, you're getting healed. The engine's getting healed on this one.
Look out!
Alright, and next time we'll go in from the other side. We'll be able to just focus on the Lucre Hulk from the start.
Look out!
Yeah, that was a very low frame rate. Almost definitely from the fighters in that case. Please don't merge.
Underway.
Okay, thank God. Did the Pathfinder die? No.
Right away.
Moving into position.
Construction complete.
Did the ground units all get there? No.
Tactical battle imminent.
Enemy forces ahead.
Okay. Lucre Hulk first, I think, this time.
Choose your reinforcements.
Telemetry received.
Move to that location.
Luckily, we have a lot of anti-shield weaponry.
Engines at full.
Engaging drive thrusters. On my way.
So as long as we keep our anti-frame weaponry up,
Captain here.
yeah, this is going much faster in every possible sense.
We're moving out.
Still some stuff. We're still getting in their reinforcements. And that will make this fight so much easier.
Ready to commence.
Nebula class on standby.
They're gonna get the first round of fighters out, but they won't get the other rounds of fighters out. And then ours are gonna be able to keep them in much better control.
Weapons charged.
Cruiser reporting.
Okay, now on toward the Valor as well.
Switch pattern.
With the Home 1 types, with the emphasis on their ion damage, even with the MC-80B, the amount of ions they have,
Yes, Commander.
probably best off just
Reading you.
letting the Nebulas and the
Battle
Liberator
stations. Quasar reporting for duty.
take out
Fire. Stay in attack.
the Lucre Hulk, and we can move on to the rest of the garrisons.
We're swinging around. Attack.
Might even send the bombers straight through.
All power to the engine. That's a hit. Scratch one. Attack formation.
Sov is going to command from
That's a hit. Scratch one.
the reinforcement pool.
Reporting in. Order received.
Then all the X-Wings and Y-Wings and bombers and fighters and everything
Go around front of the
Endurance
fire.
on station.
can all just, nope.
Give the word.
Full throttle.
Roger that.
Endurance class at your disposal, sir.
Select one on your tail.
Yeah, that actually worked. Didn't need to reclick.
Operation up.
This is the captain.
Yes, Admiral. Ready for your signal.
Ready. Affirmative.
Turn around.
Awaiting orders.
0 losses.
Knock out those weapons.
Still a whole galaxy that awaits you.
Waiting orders. I've been hit.
Oh wait, that's not even mine. My bad.
Bring them down.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get as far up ahead of time with these, because the faster we get to the shipyard, the better.
Enemy fighters incoming.
You come in. I don't think we'll actually get much of a chance to use it.
I'm hit.
The enemy has got locked. I need help.
Can you get to the shipyard yourself, actually? I don't think we need all of them focusing on the Haven. Or Valor. Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Not really.
Got you on the comm.
Yeah, without the bonus fighters from the Lucre Hulk, this is gonna go much more smoothly for us. Not bonus, but what most of its pop is paying for. But still, without the reserves,
Captain here.
placing them.
On target. Keep your eyes open.
Enemy fighters on me. I've got a fix. Where'd he come from?
Okay, you've broken through the shields, but your shields are kind of low. And we're starting to get our Home 1 type in on it too.
No good. Waiting on maneuver. Scanner contact behind me.
Star Destroyer here. Nebula class on standby.
Okay, it is down. Rest in Lucre Hulk. Rest in Clone Wars. The bulwarks. There's gonna be. Oh no, the other bulwark is already up here. I'm gonna try to get you up there. And now this whole section
Fire at will.
on
Yes,
this,
Admiral.
except for you, who I'm gonna just send off into retirement. Though you are probably about to get bombed by that. Yeah, that's that rocket. Oh, no, it did it. Never mind.
I'm under attack.
Wasn't 100% sure on whether the one rocket would be enough for it, but it looks like it made it.
Look out. They've got us targeted. Squad, I need help.
Form up.
Can anyone else
Fire at will.
Are we low on pop? Not low on it, but like, can we put something else in? Assault needs 17 for Dauntless. I don't know if we're gonna lose enough to actually bring him in, but if we can, that'd be cool. I don't want to bring in like an assault frigate back here, because that'd just,
Choose your reinforcements.
well, for one thing, not fit in our available pop, but it would also probably die to the bulwark. We're halfway through the shipyard, halfway through the first bulwark. Really got to start going for that second one.
We're drawing their fire.
Cruiser reporting.
Reading you. Someone's on my tail.
Hmm,
My stabilizer's broken. Your orders? Rendezvous at mark. 8.1.
that back third of them?
Squad, I need help.
These 3 bombers are, I'm sorry, not going to be able to get through the shields of a Home 1 type.
Can anyone else
You're going to be disappointed if you try.
Scanner contact behind me.
Are they doubled? No, they're single. That'd take a while. Or just 3. With the recharge rate on a Home 1 type? No.
Where are you?
Rendezvous at mark. 8.1.
I can't take another hit like that. Someone cover me.
Is it just those 2? Yep. Looks like we're...
Try not to let one on your tail.
We now have a monopoly on capital ship production. We have achieved, sort of, most of our goals. Need to actually have the...
reporting in.
Full throttle.
Beginning our engagement.
I've got my approach. That's got him.
All the shields are down on everything except for that Liberator and the trade port. But
The enemy has got locked. Proceed.
not that we're gonna get much damage done with some X-Wings on the trade port. Wait, there's 2 Liberators still.
I've been hit. Countering resistance.
I've been tricked. You can power the shields. I don't want any unnecessary damage. Someone has to repair you after this battle. And I'm not even going to charge credits for it yet. More of an Imperial range thing for now.
Where are you? Reporting.
Nebula class on standby.
That's 3 hard points left on you. That's 6 left on you. And the whole station left on you.
Yes, Admiral. Beginning our engagement.
Are you close enough to actually start hitting this? Well, even if you're not, you are. We can just get other stuff to kill the rest of it.
Nebula class.
Yeah, if I tried to stick through the prior battle, we would have probably been able to do it, but it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been any time this century. Was there a klaxon in the background of one of those? Right, there are like 3 little corvettes here in 2 hard points.
Yes, sir. Open fire.
I can't take another hit like that.
Endurance.
Now
class
it's
at your
just
disposal, sir.
Eddie later.
Lock weapons and fire. Weapons, clear the skies.
Okay. Let's see where the other explosions come from.
Victorious.
Just the fighters and the lighters. Only 1 loss.
Underway.
Okay.
Construction complete. Invasion commencing. System conquered.
1. And we have 1 more. Brickia, which...
T2B over.
No, that's not all the ground forces. That's the rest of the ground forces.
Construction complete.
But we're getting into the double Kyle victory here. Very rare double Kyle victory. But as we finish out the campaign, I want to thank you all once again for watching, especially thank you for the patrons with all of your ships fueling our fleets. It's been a longer couple of campaigns with the New Republic and the Empire
Invasion
after our return to
commencing.
Cruel. But
Planetary
we have now
control
secured
achieved.
all the shipyards. We get to win. And right there.
Researching.
We'll see what our score was.
Construction complete.
But yeah, so again, a very work in progress build for this campaign as well as for the Empire one. But I will be trying to figure out what exactly our next campaign will be a bit over the next week or so. Maybe get an announcement out by the time I leave next Wednesday. I don't think that is actually... I'm not sure if it triggers. I always have to wait a minute. But okay, it looks like it's doing it. But But yeah, so I really don't know what the faction's gonna be. I think it's gonna be CIS or Republic. Like I think we're gonna be doing Fall of the Republic, but we'll figure it out. We are a civilian. This is what I've been saying every time people ask me what ship I'd want to serve on. I tell them I am a civilian, and now I have it confirmed in game. But thank you all once again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.